This is just disrespectful. Resign the fucking game. Resign the fucking game, enemy. I haven't slept in 3 days. You played poorly. I played well. This is intermediate virtual chess. Resign the game. You're wasting. You're a terrible sport and a worse human. I'm going to torment you because that's what you deserve. You were just a miserable, miserable human. It's terrible sportsmanship. Resign the resign the fucking game. You're miserable. You're a special place in chess out for people like you and me. You think you're gonna weasel your way out of this one, man? What's wrong with you? You're stupid though. What do you think's gonna happen? Go quit. I obviously advocate for chess. I'm a big fan of chess. I'm not wearing my knight necklace at the moment, but I like chess a lot. Chess.com, ban him or her, whoever you are. Wasted my life. Play that poorly and not resign the game. I created a new account. Most of my enemy had 82.7 accuracy. I smoked him. How? How? Because I'm getting better. That's how. But seriously, most of the battles I played after I got from beginner to intermediate on my old DCAR 6 account, I was either sleep deprived, podcasting, or coping with life. And I wasn't focused. I was just playing to keep my mind off of wanting to jump off a bridge. Let's see. A little premature there with the bishop horse trade. I also let enemy get some tempo with enemy queen. Talent's superior at this level. I'm not worried about it. At the grandmaster level, they're going to pick that apart. Not even close. Not funny. Did I kick some stuff? Was I supposed to kick the queen? Yeah, I was going to kick the queen. But then what if enemy goes, then I kick? Well, the enemy won't do that because the enemy would lose enemy queen. I see now. See? What? What did you want me to do? You wanted me to use my queen? Is that what you want me to do? Then you steal. You won't steal because then I steal your rook and I check you. So what you could do. Oh, duh. Maybe I didn't play as well as I thought. Because you're not going to do that because then I steal your queen. You won't do that. So you're not going to vacate your. You got to defend your rook. I didn't calculate that in. I was even getting creative with some lines just in a shorter battle without thinking too much. I was even thinking a few moves ago, something like I even saw in my head something like that for this move because enemy's not going to take because I'll steal enemy rook. I thought that would have been reasonable, at least a good idea. Good ideas are how we learn. What would that have? What would you have graded me Chess.com bot at inaccuracy. I'm a loose cannon. You should know that by now. Okay, so how should enemy have played that had I went with the bishop? Enemy would have castled. So, okay, so I was thinking about winning that pawn or being creative and getting the rook, but what I needed to really be thinking about, if enemy knew what the fuck enemy was doing, I really need to be thinking about how to prevent a castle. And if I can win a pawn in the process of preventing this enemy castle, that should have been my goal. Okay, I understand. So that was the right move. I questioned my instinct. That was an error. That was an error. I understand now. That's okay. You got to get your king to safety, enemy. Yeah, you're losing rooks. You're losing rooks. You're not strong enough to fight out of a rook loss. I thought about that briefly, but Dorsa is a fabulous chess instructor. She's my chess instructor when I lived in St. Louis, and when I go back to visit St. Louis, I go say hi to Dorsa on Friday evenings at the St. Louis Chess Club. Dorsa, I believe, is a IM. I don't think she's a grandmaster yet. What is Dorsa? Dorsa. Okay. Google knows. Oh, she is a grandmaster. I thought she was pretty good. But Dorsa always teaches me to look for checks. I found a check. That's why I went for it. Not a bad move. Of course, chess.com is saying I could have absolutely pinned enemy horse, and then you're looking at something like enemy's going to have to do something to defend that horse. Maybe there would work. Right? Yeah, or the rook. Yeah, that's plausible. Makes sense. Makes lots of sense. Okay. That's not what I did. That's life. We learn. See, and that's where enemy should have just resigned the battle here. We're not playing for any prize money. This is no professional championships because look at the moves being made. This is intermediate chess. Wave your white flag, enemy. If the queen trade is your best bet when I'm +5 in the middle game, forfeit. We're trading queens. That's great for me. I'm up material. Let's simplify it. When in the end game, I'm castling. I'm protecting my pawn real good. Bishop's not going to steal my pawn because my rook is protecting it. And my king's safe behind a great pawn structure on the queen side. Love chess so much. That was reasonable. Okay, fine. I'm going to steal your pawn. Yeah. Yeah, I want your pawn. Could have also went with the very logical. No, that would not have actually been that logical. If I'm trying to improve, which is my goal, especially when I'm not playing a close game or a competent enemy. So here's why. I initially thought, rook trade, or I can do the bishop thing first, because that pawn's mine. I'm winning that pawn, whether it's this move or next move. I chose next move. Oh, that is excellent. Because I was thinking, because now, you're doing that. Then I was thinking after that, my pawn is going to be an endangered pawn. But really, what could have happened to make the bishop move a good move still? You're looking at G5. Okay, so I'm going to push. No. No. G5. Wake up, Dave. Wake up. No. Relax. Be still. Let's take on you. Then what happens? Because the horse is blocking. Right. Now enemy goes G5. You save the pawn. And then I protect my pawn. Okay, so that's why the bishop would have been totally fine. As opposed to, I could have went with the bishop first. Then you saw that line. Instead, I went with the possibly slightly better move. Get the rooks off. Now I want your pawn. You don't want to lose your horse. Because horses are valuable, more valuable than pawns. Which is why enemy wisely protected enemy horse in case I have a complete meltdown here, which I don't do those. Still the pawn, of course. I like 3 pawns. Getting your horse in the center to try to salvage this ass kicking. It's not going to work. My bishop's threatened. Of course, I don't like my bishop's threatened, so I give a check here. Right? And then I got to get my bishop to safety. There's another check. I like checks. Things I like more than checks are checkmates. Okay. Yep. And then at this point, take my rook. I'll promote queens. Promote 2 queens. Yeah. Not worried. That was a good learning point because the instinct was here because I'm centralizing my king for the end game. But then after takes, then I realized I'm gonna have to move my king again instead of advancing my pawns because enemy has that bishop check. So say I went something like that. Now, oh shoot, that's not. So I did anything, whatever. Enemy has that check. Being efficient with my moves, which is why I don't know what would it have rated that. Okay, but I was anticipating 2 moves ahead, which is good for intermediate chess. And I didn't want the bishop to get to that b4 square and put pressure on my king. So I'm the attacker here. Enemy's my victim. My prey. I'm a shark swimming in the ocean. And the enemy's a bleeding goldfish. Make matters worse for enemy. I haven't slept or eaten. I'm a hungry, sleep-deprived shark roaming the ocean. The enemy's a bleeding goldfish. Now it's just going to get uglier because now you'll see there's no way to salvage enemy bishop. It didn't matter. Now I want all of enemy's pawns and pieces. They're all mine. And this is where it's just completely disrespectful to not only myself, but more importantly, the chess gods. This is where the chess gods should have struck enemy dead on his couch. Okay. You're nitpicky, chess.com. I'm trying to be an asshole back. I'm proving a point. And then you're just going to see me promote a lot of queens. Obviously, I'm no grandmaster, but I do know how to mate with 3 queens and a bishop. Also, I know how to mate with 1 queen and a king. It's really easy. But enemy made me mad. Chess is not a game for emotions. But streaming is. That's why I made this ass kicking even more embarrassing for enemy, because enemy wasted my most valuable asset. What's my most valuable asset for anyone who's watched my videos? Don't fuck with it. Have a good day. Viewers, not this enemy. This enemy can go to hell.